Welcome back, everyone. Countdown to the Marathon Classic, and let it begin. Just 8 days from when the festivities will get underway at Highland Meadows Golf Club in Sylvania. And here once again for his annual visit to get us up to speed, up to date, give us everything we need to know to navigate what is the Marathon Classic presented by Owens Corning and OI.
All right.
And Judd
Good.
Silverman.
Hi, Lee. How you doing?
You made that long sojourn from the headquarters. What's about maybe 1,000 yards down here?
Though
it's a tee shot for you.
We're out at Highland Meadows now, so it was a little further.
Yeah, okay, a little bit farther away. Thanks for coming in.
Good to be here. Thanks.
You bet. And it's kind of crunch time for your gang here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Only, like you say, 8 days away, and we're excited. We've got a great field and some new different things that we're going to be promoting this year. So it's exciting. Great field, like I said, and that's really what it's all about.
Is it? Do you think the strongest field perhaps you've ever had in over 3 decades of this golf tournament?
Well,
arguably,
we've had a lot of strong fields, but one nice thing about what's going on this year is, from our perspective, is the way the Americans are playing. Mm-hmm. Stacey Lewis is the #1 player in the world. Born in Toledo. Both her mom and dad grew up in Toledo, and
got her commercials. We're hearing them all over the place, right?
Yep. And then Michelle Wie, the amazing Michelle Wie. There's Stacey up winning in Arkansas just a week ago.
Mm-hmm. Where she went to school?
She went to University of Arkansas. And Michelle Wie's win at the Women's U.S. Open was just great for women's golf. Great for her. What that kid's been through is just amazing since she was 13 years old. It's hard to believe she's only 24. It seems like, we've been watching her there. She is getting drenched for her big victory. And
everybody's so happy for her.
Pinehurst, #2. Well, that shows you the respect that those players have for her as a person. And that, to me, is the greatest thing. Because, to be everything she's received since she was 13 years old, all the attention and a
lot of emotion right there, Judd.
Yeah, definitely. This was a great putt I think she made here at 17 at Pinehurst after she double bogeyed the 16th hole. She fired back, and Stacey Lewis had made 8 birdies on Sunday.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So it's just great for Michelle and Stacey.
How about the game of golf though, for Michelle Wie to win at the U.S. Open, the women's game? Well,
I think, it's just a tremendous, there's just so many great players on the tour now. When we started back in the 80s, there was like a handful. Mm-hmm. And now really you look at the top 100 on the money list and you go down that list and, you're saying, well, my gosh, there are about 50 of them that could win a major championship. Mm-hmm. And that's the junior golf and then college golf and Title IX and a global sport. It truly is a global tour. So we've got the greatest players from all over the world playing on the LPGA Tour, but it is great to see the Americans the way they are playing this year. Lexi Thompson at 19 years old winning the Kraft Major Championship. Michelle at 24 years old winning the Open. Stacey, the #1 player in the world. Who else?
And we have the global influence, our defending champion here too.
Absolutely, Beatrice Ricari from Spain.
From Spain. Yep. But how many times on this show, Judd, have you had to answer questions regarding the Asian influence? Yeah. And when will Americans, come back to be maybe on the precipice before, but now they're there?
Well, I think, Lee, that thanks to Sari Pak and the explosion of golf in South Korea, I think they helped raise the bar, and I think the Americans realized they get tired of losing to the South Koreans all the time. But they see the kind of work ethic that the South Koreans have, incredible. And so the Americans had to step up, and they work just as hard. There's Beatrice, who's just a wonderful lady. Again, a great example of the global tour. She grew up in Pamplona, Spain, and I mean, you really have, other than Seve Ballesteros and Sergio Garcia, there haven't been very many women Spaniards that have become great players, and Beatrice is special. She's a hard worker. She is really intelligent, and we're really proud to have her as our defending champ.
And pretty good sport in the fact that folks maybe weren't rooting for her as much as they were rooting for someone else last year.
Of course not. Paula Kramer,
Right.
very, very popular.
Yeah.
But, Beatrice said, look,
Great sport about
if we moved the tournament to Spain, it would have been reversed.
Yeah.
So, hey, she realizes, and I think she, she put it in a very nice way when she said it wasn't that they were really rooting against me. They were rooting for Paula.
Paula Kramer.
So,
the Pink Panther.
Yep.
Okay. You mentioned the Americans having to step up. As a golf tournament, you've had to step up too, all right? You want to become better and better as a tournament host.
Absolutely.
So you have a lot of new wrinkles this year. Let's talk about those.
With Marathon Petroleum being the title sponsor of the tournament now, they've really brought so much energy and enthusiasm to the event and new ideas. For example, they've got a great relationship with Richard Petty.
The king is coming here, huh?
Exactly. So
and he's bringing his special golf cart. What is this all
well,
about?
he's actually bringing his 43 car.
Oh, the car is coming.
So the car is coming out of the museum to come up and be with him. And then we've heard that he has a golf cart, a 43 golf cart. So we'll see if that shows up. But we know his car is coming with him, so that'll be great. For all the NASCAR fans in Northwest Ohio and Southeastern Michigan, to come see Richard Petty. He just turned 77 this past week. And we're delighted. It's just a new thing. We've got a kids zone this year, so we've got a golf simulator that we're going to let the kids have a little par 3 contest in, and we're going to have face painting for them and some giveaways and a scavenger hunt. So we really want to enhance the family experience. We're allowing all active military, firefighters, and police officers in for free with a guest. And we've always...
The whole tournament, right?
Yep,
Correct?
The whole tournament, all 7 days, and kids 17 and under get in free anyway. So if any of the active military, police, or fire folks have kids, well, they're going to get in with their spouse and with their kids for free.
2 for 1 at Kroger, I know that, right? So let's run down the litany of events here, if we can. Here's the schedule. It starts with the 13 ABC PNC Pro-Am. I got to go up in the attic and get the clubs out.
Okay, good.
Mr.
Wonderful.
Silverman.
No, we appreciate 13 ABC's great support and PNC's. And then in the afternoon, we've got ProMedica and Highland and Heitman Steel Pro-Am on Monday. So a busy day of Pro-Ams Monday. Tuesday, the KeyBank Putting Pro-Am. And all the top pros will be practicing on Tuesday. And then we've got our big Hollywood Casino Gala dinner that night.
Hosted by Diane Larson, I believe, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, once again,
Absolutely.
Right? She'll have the fancy gown on and ready to go. And Dave Holmes, you never know what Dave is going to cook up.
I'll tell you.
Really incredible talent.
He is one clever guy, no doubt about it.
And let's roll on. You're a pro at this.
Wednesday, we've got the Fathead Celebrity Pro-Am, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then we get into the tournament on Thursday, and that's the day that Richard Petty will be there on Thursday. And then Friday, we've got our Club 14 event there on the 14th hole.
Modeled after Phoenix, and that par 3 out there, make it a party?
Absolutely, and we've got a brand new Labatt party deck out there on the 14th hole. That's going to be neat. And
$50 gets you a lot of stuff.
Right, and we still have tickets available for all 4 days on the Labatt party deck, and those are daily tickets. And then the 3rd and 4th rounds Saturday and Sunday, and we'll crown a champ on Sunday the 20th, and all 4 rounds are on the Golf Channel. Great exposure for Toledo and Northwest Ohio, and thanks to the folks at Marathon Petroleum who made it possible for this tournament to be on television for 4 days. And that telecast goes to 160 countries around the world.
Congratulations on what's to come. This is going to be tremendous. I know it will.
Thanks. And the last point, Lee, is all the net proceeds go to 22 Northwest Ohio children's charities. So that's what it's all about.
As they always have, children's charities. How many millions of dollars over the course of this golf tournament?
Over $8 million. So.
If somebody were to come into town from out of town and watched you voice over those graphics, Judd Silverman, and say, that guy must have been a broadcaster before. We didn't practice
No,
that.
I don't think anybody's saying that. Thank you very much for having me.
Way to go. We'll see you out there at Highland Meadows Golf Club in Sylvania. Take 3 on the way. Conklin & Company continues right after this.